There's a power struggle in Seward. Several months ago, a couple decided to install a wind turbine at their business, only to find out that the city, which owns the local utility, would not let them connect it to the grid. Tonight, photojournalist Carolyn Hall and I take a closer look at why Seward is being wind resistant. Just outside the city limits in Seward is Quality Marine of Alaska. The shop uses a lot of electricity.
That's just the nature of our business.
And in winter, burns a lot of heating oil. To help cut power costs, 8 months ago, the owners invested in a clean alternative, they say, that's perfect for their location.
Because as long as I've been here, the wind howls. And when the wind really blows, the furnace runs a lot.
They purchased a SkyStream wind generator.
To have a non-fuel-based source of energy just kind of seems like a no-brainer.
It just seems pretty good investment in the long run, because fuel's just going to go up. Electricity's going to go up.
But the turbine can't spin because it is not connected to the grid. The city of Seward, which owns the utility, won't let Teresa and Dennis Butts hook it up.
The first response we got was, we don't allow that. You're not allowed to hook anything generation up to your load.
You know, I figured I could put it up and hook it up. They have other units operating in the state. They're allowed to be hooked up to other utilities.
The city is currently looking at how to address wind power and other types of renewable energy.
And the smaller the utility, the greater the impact on any device that is interconnected into our system.
City Manager Philip Oates says they want to make sure the devices that interconnect to the system do not threaten its integrity or reliability. And he says the city is concerned about the safety of its linemen.
For example, if our power goes down, but we still have these individual devices generating power back into the system, it could be a very unsafe situation for the linemen when they go to work on these devices or work on the transmission lines or restore the power.
The city hired an outside contractor, Electrical Power Systems in Anchorage, to develop a generic policy for interconnection of any generation devices. The draft policy is complete, but whether it will allow the Butts to connect their turbine is still unknown.
We've really worked hard to make this a let's work together, be positive, and move forward kind of direction.
As one couple pushes for winds of change, the city says it is slowly moving in the same direction.
We're completely in favor of it, but we want to make sure we do it correctly.
The Public Utility Regulatory Policies Act of 1978 created a federal regulation requiring utilities to connect with small wind energy systems and also purchase power from them. It would appear the city of Seward is in violation of this regulation, but we're told that no agency in Alaska is enforcing the rule.
So, Lori, what is the timeline for this interconnection policy?
Well, the city says it's making changes to the draft policy right now, which it says will soon be sent back to Electrical Power Systems in Anchorage. And then the final policy, according to the city manager, will be used to implement city code regulating renewable energy resources. But the city must make sure its policies are consistent with Chugach Electric Utility because it purchases all of its power from Chugach.
It's confusing.
So, exactly.
Thanks, Lori. Lori Tipton reporting.